Alright, today's the big day. We're going to be pulling all this Christmas stuff out and organizing it somehow underneath the cupboard over here so we can access it for the next month or so. We're going to be putting up the rest of the Halloween stuff, and if we have any luck, we'll be getting the light show up and running for Halloween tonight. I'm about 90% programmed for everything. I just got to get the rest of the lights up and hook up the boxes. So got to get to the stuff. I've been kind of dreading this, but it's time to get it up. All right, well, I can access everything from here now. These are all on shelves. So just wanted to get it to the point where I can get to everything, and I got all the other stuff laid out over here. So we're going to get started with finding the lights I need to put up in the oak tree. All right, well, got a little sidetracked, but it's a project that I need to do. A couple years ago, on the side of the road, we found pretty much a spool of C9 lights. Just the strip, just the wire, no ends. It was just a full 1,000-foot roll. Must have fallen off of one of those professional, installers, trucks or whatever. So I picked it up, and the ultimate goal here is to make extension cords out of it. So you can see I've already have quite a bit of wire here that I've taken the fittings off of. There's no easy way to take the fittings off, so you just grab a hammer and hammer away until they break off. But these will get us to where we need to be for the extension cords I'm going to need from where the lights come down out of the oak tree to where the box is going to be. Instead of going to buy a bunch or using a bunch of old Christmas lights like I have in the past, I'm going to be trying to custom make some Christmas from some extension cords. This way I can reuse them and things in the future, and it'll look a little bit better. So here we are at the oak tree. If I can get it to pan up just a little bit here. So the ultimate goal here is to hang 16, well, for Halloween it's going to be pumpkins, but for Christmas we're going to change them into ornaments or what have you. I don't know exactly. Let's see if I can get this right. So I'm going to be climbing up to the top of the extended branches here and hanging Christmas lights down, and then at the bottom hanging a pumpkin. And inside the pumpkin is going to be another strand of Christmas lights just to light the pumpkin up. So get around here. So I'm going to take some right now I'm going to try to figure out where all 16 strands are going to come from, so I have an idea, and then we're going to go find some good Christmas lights. I'm going to try to do everything at once, meaning hang it to the right distance, because I want all the pumpkins to be hanging pretty low enough where I can grab my step ladder and get up to the top of my step ladder and actually reach them, so I can take the pumpkins off and turn them into, or change them out to ornaments or what have you when the time comes. I don't want to have to climb up this oak tree and lower it down to be able to change that. So but not only that, I want to hang it, so I might have to adjust the height of each one depending on what part of the tree it is. And then I want to make sure I got my extension cords, so I started working on them and get those run down the tree branch and everything as we go, and try to do this the easiest way, so I can minimize the time up in the tree and up and down and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, what we got here is I picked up these cheap little plastic buckets. I wanted to do more realistic ones, but budget, and these are only $1.50 or so each. So I have 16 of these. Some of them have this face on it, some of them have the goofy face on it. to prep these, all I did was drill a little hole in the bottom there. The reason I did that, obviously, this could be hanging outside, so if it collects water, I don't want it to fill up, become too heavy, damage the lights, or I don't want the lights inside to be obviously sitting in water. So I've already prepped, I already found 16 strands or 32 strands of Christmas lights at work. So they're in the back. I got to do this 16 times. I've got 2 here because I'm climbing up one branch. I'm going to have 2 pumpkins on. So I'm going to do 2 at once. Basically, we have the male end's going to be up in the tree. The female end come down. I have it tied to this pumpkin handle, and then obviously the strip inside is just tied in. That's going to light up the pumpkin. And I'm going to climb up there and hang it in such a way, and hopefully have these faces pointing the way I need to, pointing out towards the road. And then where are they at? The oh, they're over here. Okay. The cords that I had broke the connectors off at the C9. Over time, when I have strands of Christmas lights that go bad, I cut the ends off because I knew one day I'd be using them, so I can customize my own cords. So I just stripped it back and put some electric tape on it to make the connection. You can get, you know, vampire clips that have the male or the female plugs, male plugs on it, but I'm using pieces I have to save some money, and this will work just fine. I'm only running 2 strands of Christmas lights off each one of these, so I'm not concerned with overloading these wires or anything like that. So these plugs are rated for 3 end to end, so I know it can handle the load. So now next step would be climbing up the tree and getting them placed. All right, got 16 cords here. I got to put the male ends on, and 16 pumpkins hung. This was quite a big quite a big project, especially to do by myself. And each one of those is going to be on a different channel, so I'm going to be able to control those. Now the faces aren't obviously pointing exactly the way I want them to, so I might get up there kind of letting the heat and the wires twist and expand and do what it's got to do before I start to try to adjust to make them all faces out. But I like the way it looks. Hopefully it'll look just as good lit up at night. Now I'm going to put the 16 ends, male ends on here, mount the controller for this, and then I've got to mount 8 floodlights about where that other flood is, just above the pumpkin line, pointing up, 4 in the front, 4 in the back. So that's another project that I'd like to do tonight, and then I'll be satisfied. So let's get going. Well, I kind of got carried away and kept on working. I got all the boxes hooked up. I've got all the floodlights installed in the tree. Everything is connected, and I'm getting ready to fire it up for the first time. Everything is connected, so with any luck, and if I did everything right, we connect lights. I got no error messages, that's good. And we click
red light, green light.
got the projector on. And it's running off of the Raspberry Pi. I don't know if I have the floodlights programmed to this song, so I need to probably change the song. Let's change the song. But it looks like we're running, which is good. Let's change the song. Alright, everything is communicating, but I'm sorry, not everything. The Raspberry Pi is communicating, my DMX lights are communicating, my Pixel Tree is communicating, but the Lightorama boxes is not. So I gotta figure out why. Hopefully it's something simple. I went into the Lightorama hardware. I know you probably can't see anything. But I went into the Lightorama hardware and relabeled all the controllers, and that flashing light there that you see means it is not communicating. So, got to figure out why. Let's track that problem down. Well, I've been all day that I haven't even filmed anything. It is Sunday. I don't even know what day, but it's Sunday. Trying to get this up and running. I still am lacking the X-Lite or the LOR controller, IEC controller is supposed to control these. Are not working, so those are just plugged in for now. I finally got the floodlights in the tree working, the floodlights on the house working, DMX working, the virtual matrix working, but on some songs it's split screen, almost like this, like something programming is weird. But some songs are just fine, so I got to work on that. The pixel tree is working. Seems like everything is good to go. I got some speakers to install here and everything, but still trying to figure out this whole Lightorama controlled by X-Lights thing. So I'll probably in the next video show you my findings, whatever I find. So hopefully if it helps you, if you're in the same boat as me. So I also have lights around those two light windows. I just got to get some extension cords to run them there. So I appreciate you guys watching. This will tie up this video. I've got plenty of work still to do. I've got to fix my pixel tree still. I've got to figure out why these songs aren't lining up properly. I got to get working on the AC controller here. And once I get the Halloween all show up and running, I've got to work on Christmas. So appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe, and more videos obviously gonna come first.